Hey everybody, how's it going? um, I've been asked recently and also in the past how I've done my pre-air 2000 Suns color scheme as far as how I painted it up. So I thought I would do a little video just talking about how I painted them up to help answer that instead of just typing it out. So first and foremost, I want to say this is not the only way to do them, obviously. It's the way I did them. It works very well for getting the models done quickly, and I think it looks pretty good, especially on a gaming quality. Uh, you'll find on like the Great Crusade forum and stuff like that, other people have done Prayer 2000 Suns. They've done a very good job with the red as well and everything. But this is how I did it, and feel free to use it and modify it any way you wish. First and foremost, I base coat the model black. Everything I base coat black. No matter what I paint, I base coat it black. And then I do colors first, especially in a model like these. Being the pre-heresy color scheme is red, I did all the reds first. So what I did for that is I took Mechrite red foundation paint. I thinned it out a little bit so you can get pretty good coverage without it being too gloppy, and it makes it last a little bit longer before it dries because foundation paint does dry pretty quickly. And I painted a model of Mechrite red, and I did a second coat in some cases in certain areas to make sure it's nice and fully red. Don't be afraid to do a second coat. That's why I should thin out a little bit. That way it doesn't take away the detail. But get a nice full Mechrite red color on your models. Once that's done, wash the entire model on the red areas. I tried to, on areas that weren't red, I tried to not get red on them. If I did, it wasn't a big deal. But be sure to wash all the red areas with ball red. Not overly liberally, but a nice even wash over in certain areas. It's slightly on the heavy side. I didn't add any water or anything. I just took it and washed it. And in parts where it kind of got patchy, looks like a drop stained it or whatever, I would go back and move it and spread the wash out so it didn't really leave that type of stain when it dries. And by the way, this is the same exact way as I paint the red on vehicles. So this paint scheme I do both for infantry and vehicles. So you're going to need a lot of ball red wash if you're going to do a full army, and a lot of Mechrite red. And that's the red. That's all I did for the red color on these guys. It was just Mechrite red followed by a ball red wash. I did like the ribbing, the soft armor, the parts on the arms, the joints and whatnot, the bolt gun metal. I did the non-metallic, the non-gold metallics and bolt gun metal as well. The gold parts I did firstly with a brass or bronze type of color, brazen brass if you still have it. Coat the arms brass, it's the same color as that. If you don't have either of those, dwarven bronze will work. And then over that I put gold. I just found it made the gold pop a little better. For their eyes, it's not green. I don't know if you can see it here, but if you get a zoom up of this HQ, see underneath the eye, looks like the left, but it's his right eye. There's two little black marks. I kind of drew them on there with the micro pen that I use for my purity seals. If you want to get that kind of like Egyptian type of thing going on with the eye, I don't know what else to call it. The purity seal wax I did in blue, I did ultramarine blue, then enchanted blue, and then these kind of like reddish brownish colors for like the rope and the leather I did with bestial brown and then scabbard over it. The white I just did white on top of it. I usually, for the white, when it comes to cloth, I do bubonic brown and then white on it, and it gets a nice pretty white color there. And that's pretty much it for the painting of my Prayer 2000 Suns. It's just black base coat, Mechrite red, ball red wash for the red, dwarven bronze or brass type of color, followed by gold for the gold, bulk of metal for the other metallic color pieces, and the reddish brownish leather that you saw was bestial brown and what was it called? Scab red. And that's it for the model. That's how I painted the models up, which is why they kind of went pretty quickly. Obviously, the conversion work here is I don't want to say extensive, but it's substantial with the weaponry and the heads. Predominantly the weaponry for close combat weapons. But the end result, I think, is totally worth it because I love that look. Those you can get from the Tomb King's Chariot box. You get the blade prow for the chariot itself. This is what this looks like, and it works great on Terminators. And on power weapons that have this kind of end. That works very well. And these weapons also came with the Tomb King's Chariot box. And that's a hand swap with a Chaos Warrior weapon. Warrior's a Chaos weapon, and then the top of the weapon half is cut off for the weapon here. And I think the same goes for this weapon. No, I forget what this weapon was. I think it's another power weapon of a different sort. But I don't remember exactly. But anyway, getting a little bit off topic. That's all I did. Red and gold type of color scheme, which befits them. Now, you don't have to use gold. You can also do silver. I mean, the heads you can do in gold. I've seen it, but I've seen people do that a lot too. But also in silver or in white. In fact, if you look at some of the artwork, like the example that they give you was just like Marine standing there with his bolter. They have like a white or like a silver white type of trim, and that can work as well. So really, it's up to you on that end. But I like gold, that's why I did it with the gold. But that's it for them. My base is this plastic card and some flock in certain cases, done in a gray. With you can use a Adeptus Battle Gray or Codex Gray, and then followed by a Fortress Gray and Astronomicon Gray over it. If it's the flock, it's dry brushed. If it's non-flock, it's painted normally. And that's it. And that's the exact same paint scheme I did for our way I painted the scheme on vehicles as well, and on Terminators. It's just bigger, so it takes more paint and wash. But that's pretty much it. Hope that was informative for people. And until next time, take it easy.